Bourbon time.
Bourbon time.
Oh, goodness. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Bikes, Bourbon, and Backdraft. Thank you for joining us today. Here with my wife, Missy, we're going to try Henry McKenna 10-year single barrel bottled in bond.
Oh, this is exciting. Was this one hard to find?
Actually, it was. From the research I've done, it says they're cutting back production on this one a little bit for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to phase it out or what the deal is. If anybody knows, please drop some comments down below and let me know. But I just happened upon it in a store one day and said, hey, I want to try that one. This is one we got at Jack's package store over in near Brazelton, Georgia.
Brazelton. Oh, that's a beautiful color.
And he said they hadn't had it in several months and they actually got some in.
So Henry McKenna, is that a person?
I'm assuming it is.
Was
I don't know if it's a person. It's got to be a person. No, let's name it Henry McKenna.
I didn't know.
Yes, it is a person. It's aged for 10 years, and it is a bottled in bond, which has to meet certain guidelines to be able to produce it.
And what? Okay, so what would those guidelines be? Because I have no idea.
Funny you should ask. The first thing, it has to be produced in one season. From the mash bill, it can't cross seasons. It comes from one single distillery. It can't be like produced or the mash bill produced at one facility and then transported into a different facility to bottle it.
Okay.
So it has to come from one season, one distillery. So it has to be no less than 100 proof when they bottle it to send it out for production. Also, it has to be aged. The age time that it goes through is minimum of 4 years in a government supervised warehouse. So the government comes in, they check all the logs, the records, how it was produced, when it was barreled, they plan on bottling it, and the government still checks the records to this date. It's still to where the government has real strict. This all started back in Prohibition days, the bottled in bond, because a lot of distilleries, well, it's coming out of Prohibition, I would say, because during Prohibition, people were still drinking alcohol.
Right.
They said it had to be for medicinal purposes only, so they were saying it was medicine. They would go to a doctor and get a prescription, and then they'd drink the bourbon or whiskey or whatever. But come to find out, a lot of the distilleries at the time had such financial hardship, only certain ones were actually producing whiskey and bourbon. So what they did, a lot of people would produce whiskey or bourbon and then they would ship it out to the distributors or whoever, and they would actually cut it, like way down, and then they would add stuff back, like rubbing alcohol, turpentine, all kinds of chemicals, even formaldehyde in some of it to make
more profit.
To make more profit.
Sounds like a drug lord kind of a thing.
And that's where, right after Prohibition, that's where Al Capone and some of those guys started coming in, and very interesting.
So bottle and bond has more guidelines and stricter rules that they have to follow, correct?
Mm-hmm. And it's to keep people from cutting it and changing the whiskey, and they wanted to make sure that people were getting quality product.
Okay.
Instead of sending out a product and then people cutting it and changing it and whatever.
Right.
It got to the point where they were bottling stuff here in Kentucky and shipping it out west in the old West days, and there's no telling what they were drinking. Some people died drinking some of the stuff that they produced.
Sure. So is that still, I guess that's not still in effect today, right? Because not everything is bottle and bond.
Not everything. They don't have, everything doesn't have to be, but this is just saying that this is a true to its name proof product.
Gotcha. Okay. So at least 100 proof when it comes
out, when it is put into the bottle.
And I guess, does it tell you?
This one is 100 proof on the nose and 50% alcohol by volume.
Oh, wow. All right.
It's bottled. This one's bottled at Heaven Hill Distillery up in Kentucky. It's 78% corn. I want to say this one has 12% malted barley and 10% rye. So it's going to be a little bit of rye, but they say it's not bad. You can't really, I guess the malted barley kind of mellows it out just a little bit.
Well, this is exciting. Well, the color is beautiful.
It does have a pretty color, and that's because it was aged 10 years.
Oh, that's right. It's a 10-year. That is
10 years
beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Dang, it just holds a perfect line. Can you
It
see
does,
that?
yes.
Holy cow. That is crazy. It hadn't started dropping.
It dropped a little bit on mine.
Look at mine.
Oh my goodness, that is fantastic, isn't it?
It is. That's still holding a perfect line.
This smells wonderful.
I definitely smell caramel, vanilla.
Yes. Very much caramel.
It's got a sweet note that I'm smelling.
Like cherries.
Maybe a little cherry. Yeah.
Something fruity. Because you know I like my fruit tea.
We sent on fruit.
Tea. Wow. Beautiful on the nose.
And I've heard this one's getting really hard to find. I hope they're not discontinuing it. Here we are fixing to try it. So, I mean, I hate to see any line be discontinued or cut production, but
Look at those legs now. That it's aired a little bit. Oh, this is beautiful, you
oh yeah, I
guys.
can see them drop now. That's awesome.
This color. Pure, beautiful caramel color, isn't it?
Looks almost like sweet tea or tea in general.
Tea. And the nose. So much caramel and it has floral with it.
Honeysuckle, maybe.
Honeysuckle.
Smell like a honeysuckle.
Wow. I think this is going to be delicious.
I hope so.
Delicious.
See?
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Being the 10-year is a little strong up front. Caramel in the midsection.
Definite caramel.
Just very minimal burn. Just barely a little bit on the back end.
For it to be 100 proof.
Definitely taste the rye.
Yes.
I am.
I can taste the pepper on the back end.
And it's only, what, 10% rye, so it's not a strong rye. Now I'm getting a little hint of the barley flavor.
Very good.
Very minimal. Yeah, I think so too.
Yes.
For 10 years, mine's about gone. I'll chug the lug, man. Definitely get caramel right there on the second toast.
Very good.
Maybe a little coffee note, a little leathery note, something a little. It's got a good flavor. I think so.
The mid note
Palate.
of it is my favorite because it's very caramelly flavored. I love it. The front end, I'm trying to match it with my nose. Very caramel
I
on
matched
the
mine
nose.
with my stomach.
Yes, you did.
Mine's gone.
Has a lot of pepper for me. I can taste the pepper for my mouth from the beginning, and then it goes to a caramel, and then it finishes with a pepper.
So I'm sure that's the rye in it.
But it's a very nice.
It's smooth. It's not like
Yeah.
real harsh pepper.
It's a good mouthfeel.
Yeah, it does
coats your
coat well.
mouth. Because as I'm sitting here waiting for it to finish,
Coats a little bit like the Weller did. Weller was just perfect coat, and the Eagle Rare.
both of them. I would put in the same kind of category as those two.
I would too.
It's just a little bit. It's a stronger pepper to me.
And it's a little higher proof. This is 100 proof, and those are 90-ish proof.
But I definitely, on the back of my throat, I'm definitely tasting pepper. I definitely, but it's good. It tastes like a true pepper. It tastes, that's what it's leaving. But the nose is what's drawing me back in.
The finish is smooth on your palate too.
Now that,
I want to say I picked this up for like $60 when I bought it. I think it was like 55, 60 bucks. Pretty genuinely impressed with it. I like it.
very good. Now that sip, when I skipped the front of my tongue and poured it directly to my mid-tongue and to my back, so I missed that front pepper and just straight on to the mid-tongue, it was delicious. So it was wonderful. This is really, really good. And sometimes you just got to find your niche on how to
Drink it and
drink
sip
it. Yeah, I mean,
Water, ice. This just happens to be neat because it's the simplest form of taste testing. You get the true aromas and the true taste of it.
but on the nose, that is amazing. That's fantastic. You want to try again? On the nose, it's amazing. It's. Do you get the floral that I get on the nose?
To me, it smells like a honeysuckle or
Yes.
something like that. Something like spring flowers or something.
Yes. And I think the coloring of it is so beautiful that it already prepares you, because you eat with your eyes first. And I think, the color of this one,
Nom.
I think the color of this one really prepares your palate for a nice, for a nice, almost smooth, almost kind of honey.
I like that.
Delicious. Oh, well,
You gave it to me. I drank it.
Very good. Yeah. It made a lot of sense, wasn't it? A lot of pepper for to be 10% rye. This definitely has, for people who enjoy rye, you'll definitely enjoy this one because you do get that pepper flavoring in the back. Golly, it finishes really well.
It does. And you taste the caramel still on your palate.
And what's hit me is just that pepper. It's the pepper. And so this one was how much?
I think it was around $55, $60, something like that. Okay. And like I said, the salesperson, the rep that I was talking to said they just got these in, and he said they've been really hard to get. He said they can't even get them. He said they've had orders in for them and just can't get them, and they just happened to get them in that day that we were there and picked up one. Very good.
Yes, I like it.
All right, I say it's time to rate it. What do you think?
For me, it's going to be 1.5.
Probably say two thumbs up for me because
you do enjoy.
I do enjoy the pepper, the rye. I think it's, again, it's not that much burn being 100 proof. It's good. It's smooth and good finish on it. I really enjoy the finish. So
yeah, and the only reason 1.5 for me is because now that he is exposing me to more and more of the bourbons that are out there, I'm finding my little niche. I'm finding the flavors that I love, and I taste something that you really enjoy, which like that Weller just really did it for me, and then the Eagle Rare. To have this available in your cabinet is a great is
bourbon.
I think it's a great option. I think I wouldn't want to just continually drink Weller, or Eagle Rare, or Jefferson's Oceans. I mean, I would want to
a barrel,
right, or barrel. I love. Oh, can't wait barrel. I would love for him to pour me, a Henry McKenna and say, "Here you go, darling," and him tell me, "Hey, it's a rye," so I'll know to be prepared
beforehand.
Yeah, like I might not have been earlier, but yeah. So for me, where you are definitely a rye, I can see.
But you really love the Elijah Craig Rare, so it's kind of.
I do, and as I'm sitting here talking,
I guess because this one's a little stronger. This is 100 proof again, where that one was.
And maybe I'm just a little. Maybe 90 is just right there in my
wheelhouse.
That is just my pinpoint comfort zone. That I'm a 90, but again, the barrel.
Yeah, 120 proof.
That was fantastic.
You loved it. The barrel seagrass.
That just sent your mouth in explosions everywhere.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And the great thing about this that I'm finding out, y'all, and I'm so sorry, I get so excited. But the great thing I'm finding out this is that you get a taste different from bottle to bottle, from manufacturer to manufacturer, and it's just wonderful. It's not like popping open a Coke and you know what a dang Coke's going to taste like. It's an excitement. It's a let's sit and take a sip. So just going from the different flavors and the different tastes and the different mashes it's amazing. Now I know why this is so addictive. And
it's not only, you mentioned something about from distillery to distillery. It's not only that, from each barrel is different taste, different finish, different start, different mid palate. So it's going to be different. That's why they have different different batches, I guess I would say. Yeah. If we would have tasted it and enjoyed it as most people have. So again, each one's different. Find what you like, what you enjoy, and have at it.
Yeah, and I think part of the fun is kind of figuring out what was that for?
Different, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fun is
kind of
tasting different ones, sampling, and finding what you like and enjoying it.
And definitely enjoying it. And now I can see why some people, say that I don't care for rye and I don't care for wheats and,
malted barley.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's so much fun trying it. And very, very, so we sat here for a couple minutes, had a discussion, and this is what I like to do. I like to see how I'm feeling after the talk, after the glasses. Yeah. What am I thinking? Am I thinking in my mind, I would like to order that again? Or am I thinking in my mind, let me try something else? And I would definitely give this one another shot. I would be like, all right, give me another pour because I want to finish up with it. I want to, so yeah, it's good.
Very mellow now that it's finished. Yeah. It's very good.
Fantastic. Great bye, darling.
Thank you.
You're doing so good with this stuff.
I'm having fun. This is so much fun. It's turned into a hobby.
It is. Thank you, Gib White.
Kind of like your purses on. Tell them about your channel.
Okay, thank you, baby. So my channel is Mim's Beauty and Luxury, and what it is about is all things beautiful and things that are
For your wives or for you ladies that are joining us.
I'm just so thankful because, you know, I stay at home, so he's working, and he's the one that's making it available for Madison, our daughter, who has her own channel, Madison's Makeup World, who's amazing. He's made it available for us to do this, and it's wonderful. So if there's any women out there, or men, because men like to carry some totes too. Maybe not bourbon men.
Totes? This is what I tote right here. I'm toting this.
Probably not some motorcycle or bourbon guys.
What you're into?
Yeah, absolutely.
By all means, enjoy.
Yeah, because life is too short to not enjoy it. You know, we don't care, really. Honestly, we don't care. We think it's great. But yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you coming back to our channel and watching these reviews. Continue the reviews. Again, if you have any comments, good, bad, or indifferent, anything you want us to try, anything you would recommend, please let us know. We're new into this the bourbon hunt, and I enjoy just getting out and doing the hunt and looking for stuff. So
yes,
please give me some recommendations.
So he can get out and
Get out and buy some more.
Get out of the house. Get on that Harley.
And ride.
Yes.
Well, too much riding today outside. Being another rainy day in Georgia.
Whew.
Always remember to enjoy life, be a blessing on others, and don't forget to juice that mug.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.